We are back, and we are about to watch Beggars Canyon Part 3. Now, I hope it's better than the last two. As far as production value, as far as consistency, as far as character consistency, as far as spaceship consistency. I hope the creator, she's done a better job this time around. So let's watch this bad boy. Let's go. Here we go. Let's do it. The Search for Skywalker. Okay, so we had one right off the bat. Like you got this shot here, and I guess the other side is the side that's crowded with all these people because you don't see any of that from here. Jabba's palace looks good, I have to admit. The sailing barge looks good. All these creatures look good. I will say there's something off about the frame rate because there's this weird jitteriness going on. Let me just make sure I've got this. Yeah, it's at the it's at the highest level. Let's see. Let me see. It's not my computer. I know that. No, I'm at 1080 HD. So, okay, let's keep going. All these characters look good. It's nice to see characters that haven't really been featured before in to this extent, like they were in Return of the Jedi. This robot right here, that always seemed to be like laying up against the wall in the other movies as broken garbage. His face is doing something weird here, consistency-wise. That's cool. I'm digging this creature. I don't know what it is, but I'm digging it. I like it. I always like when creatures eat frogs. Yeah, okay. You can see Jabba back here. You've got a Twi'lek, and then you got some other people here from the Return of the Jedi and the other Star Wars films. Looking good. I'll say this. The one thing that AI does that drives me a little crazy, and again, this is prompting choices. These sweeping shots that last forever as the camera like floats and stuff, and it does things that cameras like you normally wouldn't do when you do an establishing shot and then you cut to coverage. It does this floating, flying thing, and that's one of the tells that it's like every shot is trying to be a Spielberg oneer, and AI just, it's off, and you could tell there's no human touch to it. But okay, I like Bosk. Bib Fortuna is one of my favorite characters, so here we go. Why are these guys like putting their heads on each other's foreheads? They're whispering, but it's pretty close. I like how all of this looks. It looks pretty photorealistic. This is probably getting better than the last two Beggars Canyons, as far as I can tell. I do like Bosk's articulation in his mouth and how he's talking. To the Boba Fett.
Great brands, great prices.
Oh, commercials. We got some commercials here.
Nordstrom Racks got them.
So you're making money off copywritten material. Interesting. I like the wipe. It's very Star Wars-esque, looking good. Maybe you did that in post-production, maybe DaVinci Resolve or something. I don't know if AI can do the wipes like that. Probably, but... Admiral Piet. I don't know if he's like if this is after Return of the Jedi or before Return of the Jedi, then yeah, Admiral Piet. Would he be Admiral yet? Maybe. I don't
know. Lord Vader is not accepting visitors at the moment.
What?
Okay.
He warned me that if I were to allow anyone else in, he would hold me personally responsible.
This concerns the rebel at the center of Lord Vader's frustrations. That is why I was sent to deliver it personally. Now, let me through!
Yes, sir.
I don't know why they would be yelling at each other like that. I just, from a performance standpoint, I think that's not a good choice, but it looks pretty good. When Admiral Piet first said, "What?" there was no echo on it, like the rest of the guys talking. I guess they're in a cavernous area, but here we go. I already hate this shaky cam. This is awful, you know. Camera work for the AI to try to replicate, and this looks like a cartoon shot. I mean, I get it, but it looks cartoony. Yeah, this doesn't look very good. Why would there be a lens flare in there? I don't know. Minox. See, these static shots like this actually work better than those floating camera shaky cam shots. Yeah, you lose that shit. Yeah, the handheld doesn't work for me. Again, this has a very cartoony video game feel to me.
I trust you have good reason for this surprise visit, Admiral Piet.
Good Vader voice. Good Vader voice.
We've received a report that someone...
His voice just changed. It's not the voice that we heard earlier.
Matching Skywalker's description was recently spotted outside of Mos Espa.
That's what happened to his voice. See, this is, again, like, if you're going to put stuff out, man, how hard is it to be consistent?
Send the local garrison to investigate.
Actually, I thought you'd want to set a course for the planet immediately.
He doesn't even sound like he's in that location. The audio does not even sound like he's in that room.
To deal with the map.
Unless Skywalker's presence there is confirmed, I will not entertain the notion of wasting my time with that wretched sandpit. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Ion engines in line.
Still has a very animated video gameplay feel to it. It's almost like there's so much going on and it's so busy that the AI cannot make it look exactly photorealistic. What happened to all the guys that were underneath those two TIE fighters? They scattered, but Jesus, did they just like blink out of nowhere and completely disappear? We're back with Luke again. let's pay attention to this cycle and see if the rocket behind it and the engine and all that stays consistent. Something tells me it's not. And I was right already. That doesn't look the same as what we just saw. I guess for me is like, I can't figure out, like, out of all the people, okay, storytelling wise, the two TIE fighters are just happen to take off and they're cruising Tatooine, and they just see this random guy on a swoop cycle and just decide to shoot him, not knowing if he's Luke Skywalker. I mean, how could they have identified him from that height in the air? It's like he could have just been a random farmer on a motorcycle, but no, let's just shoot this guy. Let's just shoot this guy and keep on going. You know, not look and see if there's debris or if we hit him. Yeah, now we're back to, there's these reverse guns are missing. It looks like there's one here, but in the other shot, this was here. We're still going to have holster problems. And of course, the last time there were 2 light sources coming from inside instead of 1. So yeah, just still inconsistent with the swoop bike.
Just missed him. One more pass. What the?
I mean, storytelling-wise, what the? As soon as he said what the, this Dash Rendar's, ship should have been right up in the screen from a storytelling standpoint. But instead, they got to drag out this shot and have it come from a distance. And he should have been blasting already, it's just like, again, the editing choices. And you could tell, like, this person's not a real filmmaker, or he would have understood pacing.
Where did he come from?
Slow. And let's be honest, Dash Rendar's ship right there looks like a cartoon. This is really not well rendered and doesn't look photorealistic. Then all of a sudden you switch to this shot, which looks extremely photorealistic. So like consistency wise, like, should you have run the AI one more time and asked for the Dash Rendar ship to be more realistic, to look more like these shots here? You go from cartoon to this cartoon. It's been like that through this whole episode, really, is like low quality, gameplay cartoonish to photorealistic. So again, like, I mean, it's got a long way to go, AI does. I mean, that ship looks totally different. It's not as clean. This looks better. It's not as clean as the one. Yeah, I mean, that is totally different than the really clean white one we just saw in the other shot. And you can't blame it on shadows or anything, because it's not there.
Who's that pilot?
Who's that pilot? Oh, God. Dialogue is off. Now we've got the dirty ship. This is what we should have gotten in that first shot, but we didn't get that in the first shot. You would never survive at Lucasfilm, because they would ask you to redo all this stuff all over again. You'd never make it past quality control for the end and final stuff that they put out.
Cover me.
Again, like, really bad dialogue, like, cover me, what the, look out, it's like, it's really bad. Sorry, you could have come up with something better than all that. That doesn't even look like the ship we saw a second ago. What happened there? What is going on with this? Look how large these exhaust ports are, okay? And then you go back to this shot here. Look how tiny these this is a different ship. Like this is a totally different ship. See this? Come on, man. God. Ugh. It's totally different ship, man. I'm not being nitpicky. This is not being nitpicky, man. If you're gonna put this slop out, you have to be consistent.
Strike him at the pad! Long live the Empire!
Long live the Empire! Bad dialogue, dude. Bad dialogue. And that doesn't look like the swoop bike we just saw, but that's okay. The seat's different. Okay, let's see. Look at that face, man. Look at that face. What the fuck is going on with that face? That looks good. But again, we've seen that shot before in the movies.
I'm Dash Rendar.
Yeah, my voice doesn't sound like it's coming out of that head. Yeah, and my teeth are all jacked up.
And I'm here to rescue you.
This shot's great. Love this shot. Really, really cool.
Looks like you got
I like seeing all the stuff in between motorized and moving around. That's pretty cool.
pretty dinged up there, kid.
I'd take a look, but the tools available
I didn't realize that all Corellian ships look almost identical on the inside, but I guess that would make sense if they're all made by the same manufacturer.
to me are inadequate.
Why do I get the feeling you're a friend?
That looks really good. That looks really good. I gotta admit, looks really good. The hair looks good. Everything looks really good.
Of Han. What is that supposed to mean?
Except when he starts talking and the voice doesn't sound like they're in that ship. It's too clean, too weird.
You just seem like...
And of course they don't put, you know, any of a lot of Luke's dialogues off camera or from a distance so you can't see his lips move. And I can forgive that because the technology's not there all the way when it comes to lip sync.
You know. I seem like what?
He hates that.
Come on. This can't be the first time someone told you you remind them of Han.
What is going on with Luke's face? Oh my God, what was going on with Luke's face?
You have to admit, it's kind of uncanny.
Here we go. Typical.
Only up front.
Han and I were buddies back on Corellia.
Oh my God, that doesn't look like Luke. What's going on with that face?
Follow me around like a hound puppy. Years
What is that? That does not look like Luke Skywalker. That looks like the Joker from the '89 Batman movie. That's really weird Brad Pitt monkey looking face. This doesn't look like him. And the story is bad. Like that they're telling the story.
years later, I hear about this kid who said he did the Kessel under 12 parsecs. Told him how to do that.
Really?
Really. But I used it to beat the competition. Not impress strangers for free. Everyone needs to live by a code.
Oh, the Kyber crystal. Here we go. It's reminding Luke to be evil.
I keep my secrets secret. Han never understood that. It was Leia who brought me in. She needed a tracker, and I'm the best there is.
Yeah, this is all like Big Trouble in Little China stuff, you know. Yeah, I could tell like they used a lot of Big Trouble in Little China as the reference material. Especially when he's like, oh, come on!
You know Leia.
Oh, yeah. Leia and me go way back.
What is that supposed to mean?
We're almost there.
Yeah. Oh, back. It took that long to travel to get to the X-Wing. Wow. One thing I will say is it's nice to see the X-Wing in the same place and direction that it was left in. But R2-D2's just been chilling in that bad boy the whole time. Well, we've all seen that shot. We know where that was referenced from.
All right, kid.
Thanks for the ride.
You good getting back to the fleet on your own?
I'm right behind you. Me and Lebo are going into town for a drink first. Want in?
Maybe next time.
Why would you lock S. Falls in attack position, you know, to just fly? What's he doing? Is he gonna bullseye whoop rats while he's flying? What happened to that X-Wing? What happened to that X-Wing? What's going on with this X-Wing? What is that? What is that? Oh man, come on. What happened? What is that? That's not an X-Wing. Oh my God. And that was that was your money shot? That was your money shot.
Oscar, Boba Fett.
I thought I told you to wait for me to contact you.
Mi Jusku, mi anda lubetta.
Jabba will have his smugglers soon enough.
Eh? Se tu chakuitaita. Oh, nekani.
Weak.
Luwamma kerega pe. Boba.
Sure.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did he even touch anything with his fingers? He didn't even touch anything with his fingers.
We're making a pit stop. Stay put.
Coruscant. I really don't have too many complaints about the Boba Fett sequence at the end here. You know, it's just weird. He swipes right here, and then all of a sudden there's a panel underneath him. And what's with I don't get the ice all over the place. Is it really cold? Do they have to keep carbonite cold? I didn't think that was a thing. I guess that it's cold in space, and he wears his suit. There's no atmosphere, but yet we've seen Boba and Jango in the Slave One with atmosphere, breathing, and all that stuff. So his outfit's not dirty and beat up like the other shots. You know, if we want to be specific, you know, about it, but I don't want to beat it up that much. I will say this. I'll say this. This is an improvement over all the other stuff. So this creator, she's getting better at doing this. But at the same time, there's still lots of flaws. And again, like I look at the comments section and this stuff is crazy. This 10 minutes this 10 minutes is 1,000 times better than the 6+ hours of the sequels. No, it's not. It's not. Like, what planet are you living on? I mean, it makes no sense. It makes no sense, you know. Kurt Russell is Dash Rendar, brilliant choice. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. Blah, 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 blah. Never thought I'd see Luke Skywalker saved by Snake Plissken. Yeah, I mean, like, it's okay. Oh, look at this. Hollywood is fucked. That's just so not true. Not going to happen. Look, AI is going to be used as a tool in the toolbox for maybe previs and things like that, but it's not going to replace Hollywood. Like, you guys just don't get it because all this stuff is inconsistent and wouldn't fly. Can you imagine if Lucasfilm released this in the theaters and then people watched it and then saw all, they would lose all complete faith in Lucasfilm, and they would say Lucasfilm has lost its shit. ILM has lost its shit. They can't do CGI rendering. They can't keep things consistent. They can't. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the blowback that Hollywood would get? I mean, we've already seen, you know, even the slightest bad visual effects in a Star Wars film that makes it through QC gets ripped apart online. I mean, look at how bad that Superman movie was with all the visual effects that were in that. Such bad visual effects. And you mean to tell me that this kind of stuff is going to fly, where the ships just change as they fly throughout? It's just, it doesn't. The mouth flaps don't work. You know, I mean, if you want to use AI to do little short stories like this, but Lucasfilm would do a better job with this technology because they wouldn't let this stuff get out. They wouldn't. But look at this face. It looks smeared, like someone put a bad smear filter on it, you know? And Luke's face changes. His head's bigger than his body, you know? It's just, again, guys, like, and the storytelling is awful. And look, this guy is this guy and this guy. These three guys are all the same guy. 1, 2, 3. So all the AI did was replicate the same guy over and over again. I mean, if I did a second pass at this, I could completely rip this thing apart even more than it is. This ship is inconsistent from shot to shot. I guarantee if we go back and look, even the blue probably isn't in the same spots from shot to shot. You know, it's just, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to waste my time continuing to trash this. You know, oh, it's not blue anymore, it's red, or it's an orange flame coming out the back. And then in that shot, there's no blue coming out of here at all as far as the engine stuff goes. Again, I could literally go through this and pick apart all the inconsistencies. And now Darth Vader looks like a cartoon right here. But I'm not. It is what it is, man. AI is just continued to be subpar, and the problem is the people that in the comment section that actually think this stuff is better than Lucasfilm has lost. They've lost their collective minds. They're seeing something that doesn't exist in front of them. You know, yeah. It just. But good effort. It's getting better, but once again, if I can sit here and rip apart every shot, why are you assembling shots together that don't look good or are inconsistent? That's my biggest question to this particular AI filmmaker. What is she thinking cutting all this stuff together that looks inconsistent? It's just, it's almost not even worth critiquing anymore. Let everybody live in their fantasy world that this stuff's good, because it's not.